Hello, and welcome to group counseling. Today, I will start off by introducing myself, discussing what is expected of the group, and incorporating an activity which will allow you to get to know your peers. This environment is meant to be safe, trustworthy, and open for each of you to express your thoughts, as well as connect with one another throughout your daily challenges and achievements. Some of you may be going through very similar circumstances and not know it. And that's the amazing part about being in a group. You are not alone, and we will be able to encourage each other throughout understanding and solving obstacles that each of you face daily. One thing I must mention is that you are not abnormal for attending counseling. Counseling is a great way to have healthy conversations about life circumstances without overall judgment. And even counselors get counseling, so please do not feel shame for coming here. Overall, I want you to know that you're capable of what you set your mind to. Throughout these obstacles, you are strong. I believe this group will give you the encouragement to strive for success in every area of your life and all the goals that you have set for yourself right now, and maybe even set new goals. I believe this group will give you support and encouragement to strive for success in all of these areas, and I want you to know that throughout this process, I am here for you at any time of day. To first introduce myself, I would like to say, my name is Heidi Swanson, and you guys can call me Heidi. I am currently in the school counseling program at Millersville University for my master's in counseling and my counseling licensure. I earned my bachelor's of science degree at the University of North Dakota in December of 2019. If some of you are wondering why I'm so young, it's because I took college courses in high school, which many of you may be offered as well. If you have this opportunity, it's a great one to take. Although you miss out a little bit of your senior year at the high school, you're able to come into college and be ahead and have these credits, and it just brings you so much further. As I haven't had much counseling experience outside of class, I have been a client. I've personally gone to 5 different counselors, and each one lasted about a semester, so 5 to 8 sessions long. With each one, it was an interesting experience. Some of them were professional licensed counselors, and some were graduate students like me. As a client, I'm sure you're looking for answers. You're wondering for clarity. You're looking in which steps you should take for your life. And although I can't completely tell you here, these are the steps you need to take for your life, I can tell you that I am here. I will listen. We will listen, and we will work through together to find you clarity and understanding as to why things and people are in your life. I would love to help you tell your story and find ways to understand these events and how everything is affecting your story. I love to encourage others, whether it be through mental or physical support. I love to laugh, be a light throughout each community that I become a part of, and my passions are singing and Fit Team Global. What influenced me to become a counselor was Rachel's challenge. Rachel Joy Scott was the first person to be killed in the Columbine shooting in 1999. She was known for her kindness and Christ-like life. The guys that did the shooting kind of aimed at her because she was so generous and so kind to others, and they didn't understand why, because they had been bullied every day. And they were sick of it, and they had a list, and they went after her first. Why? Nobody really knows, but this is what I think is because she was so nice, and they didn't understand how a person could be so nice when they'd been treated so poorly. She impacted others daily, such as by sitting with someone at lunch when they didn't have somebody to sit with. She made a difference in her community, and now her family is going around to high schools talking about the impact she made. Her family talked to my high school when I was in 8th grade, and that's why I wanted to become a counselor. If you have any fun ideas to share for the school or the community, feel free to let me know. My philosophical approach to counseling is that it's a great way to get out of your comfort zone, talk about who you are and the things you're going through without feeling shame, and hear viewpoints that you may have never heard of before. It's interesting to see the perspectives of people who don't know you, don't know your story, and are able to give you feedback without judging your life and knowing the things that you've gone through and the actions that you've taken throughout that. This creates a way for us to work through challenges together. And throughout this process, I hope you will find clarity for the things or steps that you should or should not make. Counseling is meant to be encouraging. Having a group here to support you will allow you to know that you're capable and you're able to grow the strength that you need to accomplish your goals. Before I move on to the structure of the section, do any of you have any questions about my personal background or the philosophical approach to this group? Okay, moving on. The structure of the section. The nature and purpose for professional counseling is so that you're able to approach your circumstances in a logical manner. Many times we face various emotions and life events, and those emotions can block out the logic. We can ignore what everybody's saying to us and think that we know it all, but really, we're blinded by those emotions. And knowing that you have others look into your circumstances from an outside viewpoint may help you figure out ways to process future events and find clarity with the stage you are in now. Another thing that will benefit you from professional counseling is that it allows you to tell your story. Many people do not think they have a story. I didn't think I had a story until I went to Jersey Shore in 2019. You have a story, and your story is worth so much. Now is the time to build a better version of you so that as life goes on, you can take a better course of action throughout your challenges. The time limit for these sessions will be 1 hour, and if you want to share something with me one-on-one after the sessions, feel free to let me know. If you think of things throughout the week that you would like to share in the sessions or that you would like to talk to me about, I really encourage you to make a thought journal. Not only will this allow you to see your thoughts and see your transformation and be able to share those and remember, you can look back and see your personal transformation throughout all of these sessions. As I speak of transformation, goals for these sessions include everyone's participation in discussions, finding clarity for each of you in the steps you could take next, and understanding you have a story and figuring out where your time should be focused on. This group's going to be an environment that you will be excited to meet with. I'm excited to meet with all of you, and I don't even know you yet. This group is going to use techniques that are still being determined, but I would like for you to create a personal journal and twice a week write down your thoughts. During the second journal entry, reflect on what you wrote at the beginning of the week and see if you can put that into another perspective. These are for your personal transformation, not to share with the group. Later on, we'll look at these and you can think to yourself, while you're looking at your own journal, how can I help this person? What questions do I have for this person? And what is this person going through? What do they seem to not realize? And really, you're kind of becoming the counselor for yourself. This helps so much. But the first question I would like you guys to journal about is, what would you like to change from now until the end of these sessions? I cannot wait to hear and see your improvements. Any questions on group expectations? Okay. The next thing is confidentiality. Confidentiality means that what is said in the group here is meant to stay within the group. It is not okay to talk to another member outside of this group. As the counselor, I am obligated to keep your confidentiality unless absolutely necessary, in such case that a student may want to harm themselves or another person. Because it is group counseling, there are risks such as not being the only one with the counselor in the group. Please respect others throughout this process. Only discuss your experiences and your reactions within the groups. Some cultures may have different standards on this. So I will not call or mail anything to your personal address unless absolutely necessary. And if confidentiality is breached by one of the members, you may be removed from the sessions and further actions may be taken. Overall, the group is a safe place to share and release emotions, thoughts in a trustworthy manner that none of you will share to non-members, including your families. Client expectations. I would like to know what you expect from this group and whether you have any questions for me. Awesome. Those are great expectations. Well, my expectation and my role as the counselor is to listen, understand, meet your level, and help you work through the challenges you're facing by developing the strength you have within. I believe in you, and I will continue that no matter what your thoughts are or actions are, I will always believe in you. The purpose of this group is to be a support system of outside feedback that may help you direct into the path that you need in order for success. I expect each of you to participate in discussions, give your full attention during each session, as well as asking any questions that may come to mind. I also ask that you reach out to me or ask if you need anything beyond this group. Before we continue, I will go around the room and have each of you share one reaction as you've listened to another group member speak. Of course, it is for future sessions and not for this session right now, but moving forward, we will focus on what is happening here and now. Change takes discipline. And I'm sure many of you have heard this before. It is very challenging to change things in your life. And some people say, oh, you have control. Well, you do, but it takes discipline at first because we have to fight the things that maybe we want in order to do the things that maybe we need. In order to change, you must commit. To get more comfortable before digging deeper into things that we change now, I have an activity for you. Here's a list of 15 things. I want to see if one of you can relate to each of these. Only one person can take a line, and we will see how much you guys can figure out about each other and learn more. I cannot wait to continue our group sessions. And I hope to hear about each of your story and develop that so that you're able to work through every single challenge and achievement that you have in your life. Thank you for your participation today. I will see you next week.